Recently, on 1st November, Reserve Bank of India piloted a project on Digital Rupee for the wholesale segment for enabling large payments and settlements on the purchase and sale of government securities. We understand that RBI would launch a similar project on Digital Rupee soon for the retail segment as well. So, what is Digital Rupee? How it is different from the existing digital money that you and I have been using via UPI digital payment apps like GPay, Paytm, etc. Is this a cryptocurrency? Will Digital Rupee replace the currency note and coin that we are using now? Welcome to Nana's Learn Better. Use this channel to enrich your knowledge in personal finance to take informed decisions. Do subscribe to the channel if not done already. The Digital Rupee or e-Rupee is Reserve Bank of India's central bank digital currency, also known as CBDC. Issued by Reserve Bank of India, this is a legal tender, sovereign currency and will be at par with cash, that is rupee notes and coins. It's not substantially different from banknotes, but being in digital format, its transaction would be much easier, faster and cheaper. The only difference with the physical rupee is that while e-rupee appears as a liability on RBI's balance sheet, the physical rupee appears as a liability on commercial bank's balance sheet. Okay, you mentioned that there are wholesale and retail versions of the digital rupee. Is there any other type of e-rupee? There will be only two types of digital rupee. One is meant for the wholesale segment and the other is for the retail segment. What was launched on 1st November is the e-rupee for wholesale segment and is also known as e-rupee EW or wholesale CBDC. This is primarily for settlement of secondary market transactions in government securities by commercial banks. The wholesale e-rupee is expected to make the interbank transactions more efficient. At present, only 9 banks including State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, etc. are identified for participation in the wholesale e-rupee pilot project. What is to be introduced next month is the e-rupee for retail segment and is known as e-rupee ER or also known as retail CBDC. This is the one you and I can make use of instead of regular cash for everyday transactions. So, how this is different from the digital cash that we have been using currently via UPI payment apps? In UPI's digital cash, you link your bank account to a payment app, say GPay. To pay to someone via the app, you initiate the cash transfer from the payment app, which in turn gets the money from your bank and transfers the same to the recipient's bank account and then confirms the transactions back to you. Though it appears to happen immediately, this is a long process that impacts the servers at the bank severely when the number of transactions runs into several millions. However, in the case of Digital Rupee, the technology is different. The Digital Rupee is generated and transferred using distributed ledger technology on blockchain. As a result, the transaction happens very fast and there is no need for you to have a bank account to transact in Digital Rupee. Fine, but it sounds like that e-rupee is like a cryptocurrency. Is that so? Though it is like a cryptocurrency as far as the technology is concerned, it is actually different as this is issued only by the central bank of a country and not by a private player. You will not be able to mine to create e-rupee, unlike cryptocurrency, where any private individual can compete to mine and create one. In a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, the value is determined by the market force. Hence, its value always fluctuates. But in e-rupee, there will not be any change in its face value over a period. For example, a 100 rupee worth of digital rupees value will always be rupees 100. Since it is issued by Reserve Bank of India, this is sovereign with a guarantee for its face value. Okay, how do we get and use the digital rupee? With RBI being the sole issuing authority, e-rupee will be distributed entirely by commercial banks. As I said earlier, you do not need to have an account with the bank to transact in e-rupee or digital rupee. You would be able to withdraw digital tokens from banks in the same way as you are withdrawing physical cash. You will see specially created electronic wallets for receiving, storing and transferring the digital rupee in the form of electronic tokens. Okay, will the digital rupee stored in the electronic wallet will bear interest like savings bank deposit, for example? Digital rupee is a form of sovereign currency and is similar to physical cash. Since physical cash does not bear any interest, e-rupee will also not bear any interest for the period it is stored in the wallet. So, do I need to switch to digital rupee once RBI brings in the digital rupee for retail transactions? The digital rupee will coexist along with the UPI Digital Cash and the physical form of rupee-like currency notes and coins. There is no compulsion to convert to digital rupee. Then, why should I use digital rupee? What is in there for me? Use of digital rupee has its own advantages. 1. The transaction cost will be much less compared to present day NEFT or RTGS, especially when you are transferring large sums. Second, the transaction with the digital rupee will be much faster compared to a UPI digital payment as e-rupee runs on blockchain technology. Third, there will be a better audit trail of money transfer. This will be more useful in the case of large-scale commercial, government and institutional transactions. Fourth, when the use of digital rupee picks up speed and becomes popular, then government can spend less and less amount on printing and distributing the physical cash. All said, these are all early days. We need to wait for the launch of the retail version of the e-rupee to fully understand how the digital rupee will be distributed to the common man, how we can make use of this instead of physical cash, who will manage this on behalf of Reserve Bank of India, and so on. See you in another video. Till then, this is Narayanan Viraya from the channel Nanas Learn Better.